Intimidad is basically about a family who lives in Reynosa, Mexico, which is a border town. They come up there to get jobs, and the husband works at a fire hydrant plant, and the wife, Ceci, works at a Victoria's Secret bra plant. And it's about sort of their separation from their young daughter, who was 2 years old at the time when we started shooting, and wanting to be with their family and keep their family together, but at the same time wanting to save money to have a piece of land and a house. Very simple desires, but very difficult when you're making, you know, $20 a day or something, you know, and so it's sort of just a portrait of their life over. We shot them for 5 years, and seeing them grow and develop and making sort of day-to-day difficult decisions and how to stay together as a family. But it's all in Mexico, which I guess is unique for the most border stories, or especially stories coming out of Mexico. It's a lot of times it's, you know, people coming to the U.S. and then that sort of separation, but it's all set in Mexico. The factory is like such a small part of it. It's more about their lives, you know. It's more about sort of like almost like a romantic love story, you know. Because our first film, Mardi Gras Made in China, was set in a factory. It's about Mardi Gras beads being made in China, and then, you know, women flashing and men flashing on Bourbon Street. It's sort of that disconnection. So we were really wary about coming in and making this factory film. And that was sort of our intent when we originally started. We were like, okay, Victoria's Secret, the separation of intimacy, you know, the intimacy of the bra and then the intimacy of this family. And the story, it didn't feel right when we would, you know, David would put images of Victoria's Secret, like sexy models, and just felt really disconnected from their actual story and their lives and what they were telling us and talking about. Like, you know, they would talk about it and express like frustration with how much they were being paid, but it wasn't part of their day-to-day. They're extremely optimistic. I see politics in Intimidad that are sort of more everyday politics, like, do you have running water? Do you have electricity? Do you have food on your table? Can your family stay together? Those are all political things, but they're sort of like more everyday politics. But it was difficult, I think, not putting more, like not telling your audience what to think. It's always really difficult to do that. And I think the direction our films are going in, we're really trying to trust our audience more and tell less, show more, and you have to put the pieces together. And I have to say, it makes people uncomfortable because they're very used to documentaries that are coming out nowadays that are overtly political, tell you what to think, and you walk away and you can say, aha, like that reconfirms my beliefs, I feel really great about it, you know, like we had this like collective watching it, you know. And our film doesn't do that. It leaves people with, okay, you have to put the pieces together, you have to understand it, and you have to make your own decisions about it.
1, 2, check it. Go.
Su casa es mi casa, su casa es mi casa, su casa es mi casa. Intimidad. Su casa es mi casa, su casa, intimidad.
See Intimidad!